What is up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have you here for a very exciting BOUGIEBUYS makeup review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Chanel Sublimage Le Teint foundation. So this one is going to be fancy. I know all you ladies and gents like that, because I know I do. But before we get started in this makeup review, do not forget to subscribe down below and hit that notification bell so that you can be the first to know when I upload new and exciting makeup videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. First of all, I want to excuse myself for my voice. I just got out of a really bad flu. I'm just sick, but I am here and I'm ready. All right, so how about we start by opening up our package. I love that it comes in a beautiful golden box. It's on par with this product. So the full name of this is the Sublimage Le Teint Crème Ultimate Générateur d'Éclat. It's in French, obviously. Translated to Ultimate Radiance Generating Cream Foundation. I got the shade 41 Beige Doré, which sounds so fancy, Doré. But anyways, let's check it out. So when you first try to open it, it's like it has this super fancy kind of like face. Sublimage Le Teint. Oh my god, it's a book. Okay, hold on. We gotta check this out. So this is a book that comes here. Is it directions? I don't know why. Oh, it is directions. The book kind of shows you placement and whatnot. An exceptionally beauty ritual for incredibly sublime skin. Alright, and then obviously it also comes with this spatula. Most fancy products come with a fancy spatula. I will say this is not as fancy as the Tatcha, you know, the skincare brand Tatcha. If you buy one of their moisturizers, it comes with a super bougie golden like metal spatula that you can like scoop up your moisturizer or whatever and then apply it with a cool spatula. It like that to me is like over the top bougie, but this one kind of comes with sort of like a basic plastic looking spatula. And so, okay, so now we get to the good stuff. As we can see here, oh my god. Okay, as we can see here, the foundation comes with a brush. And I already got my fingerprints all over this, but it is super bougie. The actual foundation comes in a very beautiful packaging. To me, this looks like a very fancy skincare packaging. I think it's absolutely beautiful. This is totally vanity dresser like stuff, that fancy stuff that you can put on your vanity and so that it just sits there looking pretty. YSL is known for making beautiful packaging that's like super vanity dresser worthy, that just looks, you know, pretty and shiny and girly, but love it. A+ for packaging. It feels really heavy. It's obviously real glass, so that to me adds to the price tag and to kind of like the overall like luxury feel of the foundation. So the brush itself is kind of small, first and foremost, and it feels very soft. This is, oh my god, there's like glitter all over me. No, but yeah, so the brush feels super soft. I think this is a high quality brush. Like I would say this brush actually feels much nicer than any of the MAC brushes that I have felt. Like it feels like a really good high quality fancy haired brush. Like this is actually really good. Obviously I wish it was a little bit longer or that it stretched out, but it'll do the job, I feel. Now that I got the spatula out of the plastic, it kind of feels a little bit cheap, not gonna lie, but oh my god, that is a lot of product that I am not gonna waste. And I think I picked a pretty good color for me. So far I feel like this is gonna be the right shade. On the website it looked like it might not have been 10 enough, but I think it is gonna be 10 enough for me because I use my little tanning droplets in my moisturizer to make my skin, my face a little bit tanner looking. So I'm happy about the color. It has a very pleasant smell. It smells like Chanel skincare, exactly like kind of like perfumey, very like fancy. I got a good amount in the spatula. As you can see, the product is quite thick. The foundation has kind of like a balmy consistency, and if we swatch it, ooh, that feels cool on my hand. Oh my god, that feels super nice. I don't know why I smell everything, but yeah, that is like, immediately you can see there's like a glow. There is a glow, and this is giving me a lot of coverage. And to me, it was a lot more coverage than I was anticipating, because on the website it did say that this was like a skincare sort of infused foundation. I thought I was like, oh, like it's not gonna have like the pigment, it's not gonna give me coverage, but like no. As you can see here, like the little bit that I put on my hand, it's like seriously giving me glow. It's giving me coverage. As you can see, like it covered up a good amount of like my veins, and I have pretty green veins. This foundation did a good job at covering that up. So this is like looking really, really nice so far. It blended out super easily like butter on a hot pan. It looks beautiful. Oh my god, I'm so excited to put this on my face. I think it's gonna be a really great foundation. So I have high hopes, people. I have high hopes for this fancy foundation. So here I have some quick facts about our lovely foundation here. So the Chanel Sublimage Le Teint foundation comes in 20 shades, and I was able to find it at Nordstrom, and it's also available on the Chanel website, of course. It is 1 ounce. It's $135. Yes, ladies and gents, $135 for 1 ounce of foundation. So let's keep reading, shall we, and see what it is that we get from purchasing this exquisite foundation. So the Chanel website reads that this is an exquisite liquid foundation with the ultimate sensorial touch. The creamy texture offers light to medium coverage for a glowing and healthy and luminous look. Okay, so it's light to medium, glow, 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 luminous. We love that. Now here it says there are key ingredients in the Sublimage Le Teint foundation, which is why I guess it makes the price tag so high. And it reads, key ingredients. The formula harnesses the intense power of vanilla planifolia, the signature ingredient of the Sublimage skincare line, along with the luster of diamond powder and the comfort of plant-based ingredients to leave the complexion looking hydrated, radiant, revitalized. Includes a brush for seamless application. So it sounds like the key ingredient that is in the whole Chanel Sublimage skincare line is also in their foundation, and it has apparently so a diamond powder infused in here. Maybe that's what is going to give us the glow that the website keeps talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my current foundation, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with our application. Alright, so now I have removed my previous foundation and I reapplied my moisturizer. I used the Protini moisturizer and my Algenist eye cream. So I'm going to do my best to follow the directions that were in the little booklet that we saw earlier, and I am going to do the 4 dabs across the face. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and these are pretty big dabs, 3, oh no, hold on, maybe I can remove some of the product, 4. And now we're gonna pick up our Chanel brush that came with the foundation, and we're gonna just spread it out and see how it goes. So I think I want to start with the side of my face. Wow. Okay, so it's showing. That is a really good sign. It's showing. So immediately the brush feels really good against the skin. I like that it's slanted. The bristles feel so soft and it's doing a really good job, as you can see, of blending the foundation. I do feel with the amount of product that we used originally, it's giving me a very sheer layer. I feel like right now, to some people this might be considered like medium coverage, but because I have like hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, and as you can see I have like some dark spots, I like medium to full coverage. So I am most definitely going to go in with a second layer of this. I will say the formula feels very cooling on the skin. Like it feels very pleasantly cool, and I can even say hydrating. This formula feels really nice and hydrating. I feel like I am applying like a hydrating mask right now, or I don't know, like a moisturizer or something. All right, so as you can see here, we have our first layer of our Sublimage Le Teint foundation, and so far the feel of it is really nice. I like it right now. It literally feels like I am not wearing anything on my skin. It feels like I'm talking and it feels so lightweight. I feel like I have no foundation, so that is a great sign. Like I said, it felt really cooling on the skin, and I think that's also a really good sign that to me that shows that this foundation does in fact have some really good skincare ingredients in it. But like I said, by following the directions that came in the box, this is giving me like very like sheer to light coverage, and I am looking for a more of like a light to medium. So we are now gonna do a second layer, and I'm gonna pick up a very generous amount here. I don't know if I'm going to need this much, but let's just go ahead and continue our whoa. Continue the same technique, and then I'll just try to spread it out however I might need to. Okay, so here we go again. Oh yeah, you see that? That's already giving us way better coverage. I love that. And as you can see here, the coverage is also doing a really good job at covering up a good amount of the darkness under my eyes. So I feel really good about that. But look at that, oh my God. This is beautiful. I hate, look at that glow. You see that? You see how it's catching the light? That is nice. That is nice. Oh my God. She's expensive, but she's nice. So I do stand behind my statement that the brush is a really high quality brush. I feel like this is giving me a very professional finish. It is starting to get a little streaky here. I wonder why. Is it maybe because I've applied a lot of foundation? I don't know. Okay, so the second layer, I don't know if you can see it, it's just a little bit streaky, so I'm gonna do my best to blend it out. I don't know if it's like with the brush that's causing it, or if I just have used a lot of product. Alright friends, so this is what my second layer looks like. I am very happy with the coverage. Like, this is what I wanted this foundation to be giving me. Like, coverage wise, sublime. The finish is super glowy, and what's great about this is that I can still kind of see like my natural skin, if that makes any sense. I love how it's still looking like very natural, although I went in with quite a bit of product, like, let's be honest. I still feel like I achieved like a super natural finish, and I will say, like, I'm quite impressed, not going to lie. Like, I don't know if I had any expectations for a $135 foundation, but I mean, if there's anything to say, like, as you can see here, we are looking like we're ready to go you know, for a spin out on the city. How about we go ahead and do some contouring and just finish the overall look. Funny thing is, I'm gonna be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal Contour shade. It's the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I'm gonna go ahead and just apply, oh whoop, that was a lot. Apply like an $8 contour product on a $135 foundation, because why not? That's what we love about the makeup industry, is that it's so diverse. Ooh, look at that. This brush is blending out my contour very nicely. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Wow. Ladies and gents, that is a good brush. That is a good brush. But yeah, so far my $8 contour product is going on sublimely into this really nice foundation. The brush is helping a lot, but I feel like the formulations of my LA Girl contour and my Chanel foundation are actually working quite nicely. Yeah. Would you look at that? Contour. Whew, it's a lot of blending, but we're gonna keep it moving. Alright, so this is what my contour looks like mixed in with the Chanel Sublimage Le Teint foundation, and I gotta say I'm so happy, especially with how like the brush helped to really work in my LA Girl Pro Concealer into my foundation. Like this brush is so nice, I can't stop raving about it. But seriously, the foundation itself, it's like super workable. It's like beginner friendly. I love how like easy it was for me to be able to accomplish this look of the foundation, the finish, how well it blended. I think it's very user friendly, so I think that is great. So far, so good. I think I'm just going to finish my concealer application. My eyeliner is bleeding out a little bit, and I'll be right back to give you my final thoughts. Alright guys, so this is our final result using the Chanel Sublimage Le Teint foundation, and final thoughts, is it worth it? $135 US, and my answer to that is yes. I know the price tag can seem a little shocking to some, but considering that the Sublimage skincare line is Chanel's most luxurious, high quality skincare line, and this is their makeup product that's connected to that line, I will say the Sublimage Le Teint foundation did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. It gave us, as you saw, really amazing light to medium coverage with one layer, as well as medium to full coverage with a second layer. And let's not forget about the amazing brush that they included with your purchase of the Sublimage Le Teint foundation. So putting both of these together, the foundation and the brush, I will say yes, the price tag is on par with what they're giving you. I will say it would make it really great if the ingredients that were in the Sublimage foundation helped the quality of my skin while I wore it, kind of like a daytime skincare, you know, like I feel like to me like that would take it like over the top and be like super impressive. But overall, as you saw, my contour blended in like super nicely, and it was like a very like inexpensive drugstore contour. My concealer blended in really nicely as well. So this is such a really easy to use, beginner friendly foundation, and I do recommend it to anybody who is interested in purchasing the new Chanel Sublimage Le Teint foundation. And just like that, this bougie buy does get my stamp of approval. Alright guys, so that wraps up today's bougie buy. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. If you did make it to the end, please don't forget to drop me a like, and also don't forget to subscribe and share if you found this video helpful or fun. And like always, I want to thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I will see you on the next one.